Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Respected friends, welcome all for our this humble effort of starting our spiritual journey, which always starts with that with which we started. That is Shravanam. So good it is that some of us have become regular, some of us have even reduced, and few of us even have transcended the stage of hiccups, even in Shravana. In other words, that settlement, that stabilization in being the Shrota has come to some of us. It's so beautiful. Settle in that being, in that hood, in that statehood, that I am Nirantara Shrota of the Tattva through the Shastras, Upanishads. Such a decent, great way of living our life. Even one class we are listening regularly, sincerely, without hiccups, without hindrances, without those too much of struggles. So, to that extent, our mind and the life have settled. Maintain it at every and any cost. Then seek the next level. After that Shravanam, it is always the Swadhyaya. That take up the study of the same Upanishad mantras at home independently on the basis of what is heard. Aim at that one. After that only comes the next level of understanding and then the initiation of sadhanas, etc. And when we take up the second, third levels, first and second levels, which are the base, should not be given up because they are the ones which give us the push. Like every day we have to take bhojana. Only then there is push energy in the entire body that with that we can do various works. So the Nirantara Shravana for a great period of time becomes the daily necessary bhojana. Like for the physical body, the food, for the intellect, the food is our Shastra Shravana. So, congrats for those who are settled in it without hiccups. The hiccups are feeling the pressures, feeling the pains, wanting to have excuses, wanting to escape and justify. These are all the tricks of our own mind, of which we were innocently slaves, or we were innocently affected by it, influenced. Some of us have transcended that stage is equal to the mind is cooperating at least to come to the class. Maintain and aim at the next levels. Friends, here we are like every day to understand and enhance our Loka Sevaka Adi Vyaktitvas, to invoke the grace of Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devatagana Gurugana Shastragana. Through our these 5-6 activities of Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Slokocharana and Artha with meditation, Mangalacharana Shloka, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantrocharana and Adhyayana. In the Adhyayanam it is Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Panchamodhyayaha, Jiva explained. Then how the Jiva gets bound, what is the way out for him? As a summary, Bhagwan Shankara gave us in the Sambandha Bhashya to the 13th mantra. Now the 13th and 14th mantras give us the guidance or sadhana. They are so precious, so crucial informations for a genuine sadhak that we'll have to pause there till the entire thing is deeply grasped, retained in oneself. Then these sadhanas will be further elaborated in the last sixth chapter. In this way, Shravana we keep on doing so that a day will come where we go to the next levels too. This is how we get an idea how after coming to the human lives, the jivas evolve. है ना? To begin with, like in animal yoni, very rarely some divine grace to begin with, to be in spirituality. Later on, continuing the divine grace, which is not in our hands, it is in divine hands, we start recognizing our own need of our purushartha. Then, when both of them are at the peak level, our purushartha and divine kripa, then the speed of this sadhana, so beautiful, isn't it? Quickly the progress happens. You and I understand both in purushartha as well as in kripa have to enhance our speeds. To know that only we are here every day. Right? Now let us do our Vedic chanting to begin with. Till yesterday we had the Navaratri celebrations, Sharan Navaratri, and yesterday was Vijaya Dashami. Aptly, because yesterday was Dashami, today is Ekadashi. So on the Ekadashi day, we are chanting Narayana Upanishad. Very befitting it is in our Veda Mantra Manjari in that second portion. Yesterday Dashami, Dashashanti Svisa. Today the Narayana Upanishad. Maybe 2 minutes more if we give up, this whole Manjari will be over. Then we go to the third also Veda Mantra Manjari. Once that is over, we'll give pause for this Veda Parayana for some time. Something else we do. Start. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणं वेदमन्त्रमञ्जरिः द्वितीयो भागः ॐ नारायणोपनिषत् ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ पुरुषो ह वै नारायणो कामयत प्रजाः सृजेयेति नारायणात् प्राणो जायते मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी नारायणात् ब्रह्मा जायते नारायणाद् रुद्रो जायते नारायणादिन्द्रो जायते नारायणात् प्रजापतयः प्रजायन्ते नारायणाद्वादशादित्या रुद्रावसवः सर्वाणि च छन्दागंसे नारायणादेव समुत्पद्यन्ते नारायणे प्रवर्तन्ते नारायणे प्रलीयन्ते ॐ अथ नित्यो नारायणः ब्रह्मा नारायणः शिवश्च नारायणः शक्रश्च नारायणः द्यावा पृथिव्यौ च नारायणः कालश्च नारायणः दिशश्च नारायणः ऊर्ध्वश्च नारायणः अधश्च नारायणः अन्तर्बहिश्च नारायणः नारायण एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं निष्कलो निरञ्जनो निर्विकल्पो निराख्यातः शुद्धो देव एको नारायणः न द्वितीयोऽस्ति कश्चित् य एवं वेद स विष्णुरेव भवति स विष्णुरेव भवति ओमित्यग्रे व्याहरेत् नम इति पश्चात् नारायणायेत्युपरिष्टात् ओमित्येकाक्षरं नम इति द्वे अक्षरे नारायणायेति पञ्चाक्षराणि एतद्वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदम् यो वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदमध्येति अनपब्रवः सर्वमायुरेति विन्दते प्राजापत्यगं रायस्पोषं गौपत्यम् ततोऽमृतत्वमश्नुते ततोऽमृतत्वमश्नुत इति य एवं वेद प्रत्यगानन्दं ब्रह्मपुरुषं प्रणवस्वरूपम् अकार उकारमकार इति तानेकधा समभरत्तदेतदोमिति यमुक्त्वा मुच्यते योगी जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् ॐ नमो नारायणायेति मन्त्रोपासकः वैकुण्ठभुवनलोकं गमिष्यति तदिदं परं पुण्डरीकं विज्ञानघनं तस्मात् तदिदावन्मात्रं ब्रह्मण्यो देवकी पुत्रो ब्रह्मण्यो मधुसूदनो सर्वभूतस्थमेकन्नारायणं कारणरूपमकारपरब्रह्मोम एतदथर्वशिरो योद्धीते रातरधीयानो रात्रिकृतं पापन्नाशयति सायमधीयानो दिवसकृतं पापन्नाशयति माध्यन्दिनमादित्याभिमुखो धीयानः पञ्चपातकोपपातकात् प्रमुच्यते सर्ववेदपारायणपुण्यं लभते नारायणसायुज्यमवाप्नोति नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषद ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ घोषशान्तिः ॐ मित्रोऽसि वरुणोऽसि समहं विश्वैर्देवैः क्षत्रस्य नाभिरसि क्षत्रस्य योनिरसि स्यो नामासीद सुषधामासीद मा त्वाहिगंसीद मामाहिगंसीद निशसादधृतव्रतो वरुणः अस्त्वया आस्वा साम्राज्याय सुक्रतुः देवस्य त्वा सवितुः प्रसवे अश्विनोर्बाहुभ्याम् ऊष्णो हस्ताभ्याम् अश्विनोर्वैषज्येन तेजसे ब्रह्मवर्चसायाभिषिञ्चामि देवस्य त्वा सवितुः प्रसवे अश्विनोर्बाहुभ्याम् ऊष्णो हस्ताभ्याम् सरस्वत्यै भैषज्येन वीर्यायान्नाद्यायाभिषिञ्चामि देवस्य त्वा सवितुः प्रसवे अश्विनोर्बाहुभ्याम् ऊष्णो हस्ताभ्याम् इन्द्रस्येन्द्रियेण श्रियै यशसे बलायाभिषिञ्चामि हर्यमणं बृहस्पतिमिन्द्रं दानाय चोदय वाचं विष्णुगुं सरस्वतीगं सवितारं च वाजिनम् सोमगं राजानं वरुणमग्निमन्वारभामहे आदित्यान् विष्णुगुं सूर्यं ब्रह्माणं च बृहस्पतिम् देवस्य त्वा सवितुः प्रसवेश्विनोर्बाहुभ्यां पूष्णो हस्ताभ्यागं सरस्वत्यै वाचो यन्तुर्यन्त्रेणाग्नेस्त्वा साम्राज्येनाभिषिञ्चामीन्द्रस्य त्वा साम्राज्येनाभिषिञ्चामि बृहस्पतेस्त्वा साम्राज्येनाभिषिञ्चामि देवास्त्वेन्द्रज्येष्ठा वरुणा राजानोधस्ताच्छो परिष्टाच्च पान्तु न वा एतेन भूतो न मेद्यो न प्रोक्षितो यदेन मतः प्राचीनं प्रोक्षति यत्सञ्चितमाज्येन प्रोक्षति तेन भूतस्तेन मद्मेध्यस्तेन प्रोक्षितः वसवस्त्वा पुरस्तादभिषिञ्चन्तु गायत्रेण छन्दसा रुद्रास्त्वा दक्षिणतोऽभिषिञ्चन्तु त्रैष्टुभेन छन्दसा आदित्यास्त्वा पश्चादभिषिञ्चन्तु जागतेन छन्दसा विश्वे त्वा देवा उत्तरतो विषिञ्चन्त्वानुष्टुभेन छन्दसा बृहस्पतिस्त्वोपरिष्टादभिषिञ्चतु पाङ्क्तेन छन्दसा हिमागं रुद्राय स्थिरधन्वने गिरः क्षिप्रेशवे देवाय स्वधाम्ने आषाढाय सहमानाय मीडुषे दिग्मायुधाय भरता शृणोतन त्वादत्तेभिरुद्रशन्तमेभिः शतगं हिमा आशीयभिषजीभिः व्यस्मद्वेषो वितरं व्यगंहः यमीवाक्षातयस्वाविशोचेः अर्हन् बिभर्षि सायकानि धन्व अर्हन् निष्कम्य जतं विश्वरूपम् अर्हन् निदन्दयसे विश्वमभुवम् स वा ओजेयो रुद्रत्वदस्ते मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषिमानो गोषुमानो अश्वेषुरीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आते पितर्मरुतागं सुम्नमेतु मानः सूर्यस्य सन्दृशो युयोथाः अविनो वीरो अर्वति क्षमेत प्रजाये महि रुद्रप्रजाभिः एवा बभ्रो वृषभचेकितान् यथा देवनः हृणीशेन हगंसे हावनश्रूर्नो रुद्रेह बोधि बृहद्वदेम विदथे सुवीराः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरा मघवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमेढ्यस्तोकायतनयाय मृडय स्तुहि श्रुतङ्गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निव पन्तु सेनाः मीटुष्टमशिवतमः शिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचरपिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि अर्हन् बिभर्षि सायकानि धन्व अर्हन् निष्कम्य जतं विश्वरोमम् अर्हन्निदं दयसे विश्वमभुवम् न वा ओजीयो रुद्रत्वदस्ति त्वमग्ने रुद्रो असुरो महो दिवस्त्वगं शर्धो मारुतं पृक्ष ईशिषे त्वं वातैररुणैर्यासि शगं शङ्गयस्त्वं पूषा विदतः पासिनुत्मना आवो राजानमध्वरस्य रुद्रगं होतारगं सत्ययजगं रोदस्योः अग्निं पुरातनयित्नो रचित्ताद्धिरण्यरूपमवसे कृणुध्वम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ शान्तिमन्त्राः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया विहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविरावेर्म एधि वेदस्य म आणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधाम्युतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karnevih Shriyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangaye Stushtvagam Sastanubih Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuho Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatirdadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In this way, second portion of the Veda Mantra Manjari we finished. Tomorrow we'll see the third Veda Mantra Manjari. How many mantras are there in it? What mantras are there in it? Ganesha Suktam is there in it. Aikamatya Suktam. Then Shraddha Suktam. Swastino Mimidam Suktam. Vaidika Rashtra Gita. Chaturveda Mantrani. वाक सूक्तम. दैट्स इट. 2 days में हो जाएगा. Om. Friends, in today's common sense thought, simple thing is one important thing what we are supposed to do, we are not doing. That thing we must know because it is important, then we must do it. What is that we are supposed to do, we are not doing, is tapasya. Giving up laziness and putting all the required efforts. That is what is consciously to be understood by us and developed in us. Meditate, contemplate, feel very, very strongly, deeply about this aspect that I must become a tapaswin. Even right now you can feel, I have to be a tapaswin, I have to be a tapaswin, I have to be a tapaswi, I have to do the tapasya, I have to do the tapasya. Being active, becoming active, proactive, positively active is called tapasya. You know? So in Gita we know the Kayik tapasya told, Vachik tapasya told, Manasik tapasya told, Sattvic tapasya told, Rajasic tapasya and Tamasic. All of that, when that subject comes, we discuss. Here we talk about the fourth tapasya, which we have to do. That fourth tapasya is Bauddhika tapasya. Tapasya of the Buddhi. With all the great, great capacities that our Buddhi possesses. Yet we are not utilizing those capacities and therefore we are not growing in our life because we are not recognizing it and we are not harnessing that capacity of that buddhi. Reason is we are not doing tapasya. Therefore, what is the tapasya of the buddhi is two things. One is vichara, means vicharana. In some languages, vichara means worrying. So therefore, I have to add the na word. Even if I don't add, depending on the context, you understand what it is meant. So one is the vicharana of the buddhi is bauddhika tapasya. Second is pujita vicharana is tapasya. Pujita vicharana means the respectful, reverential, due, important thinking. Isn't it? There are only two things in life. One is the vicharana of the buddhi. on the basis of the authority of Shastras, on the basis of authority of guidance of the Gurus. This is one aspect, the vicharana of the buddhi. If that is not done, immediately what takes over is the other one called as the vikara of the mind. Obviously, the vikara of the mana takes us to the samsara and downfall. The vicharana, the pujita vicharana, done by the buddhi has a capacity, chance for us to help us to rise above, not fall down, evolve, not devolve. Okay? Followed by that pujita vicharana, the understanding is the next level of bauddhika tapasya. Okay? In that understanding, the right and wrong, good and bad, to be done, not to be done, to be achieved, not to be achieved, all of that you add. Now, I'll not give all details, it's your homework. After that understanding tapasya of the buddhi, and retaining, remembering that jnanam understood, again is the bauddhika tapasya. है Like we are coming to the class and sitting. Sitting is physical tapasya. Listening with the ears is indriya tapasya. We have the liking for this Shastra Shravana understanding. Therefore, trying to focus our mind with concentration is Manasika Tapasya. These three we are doing. Now the Bauddhika Tapasya of what is heard doing the Vicharana. Then the understanding of it is the next Tapasya is equal to doing Vicharana to understand. Without understanding, no use of listening. So we are listening to understand, isn't it? Why are you studying Upanishads? To understand. Understanding happens through vicharana. Then what is the use of that understanding if that is not retained by us? Isn't it? Therefore, the Bauddhika tapasya, the hard work is the retaining. Okay? Always remember, for whatever the inabilities of the intellect right now, either of vicharana or of understanding or of retaining. The reasons are we are giving value to the other aspects called as the mind and senses. Our attention is given to them and their activities. Therefore, we are not able to pay the due attention to this tapasya of the buddhi. That is why here there is no success. है ना? Why are you perfect in driving? Why not in swimming? Means the amount of attention you are giving is only to driving. Therefore, you are successful and perfect in it. Swimming, you are not paying attention. इसलिए वो नहीं समझा. So too, the mana, the deha, the indriya, they are given value, importance in our life. Therefore, the due value, due importance is not given to this precious instrument, intellect, whose job is this tapasya, intellectual tapasya. And they are the vicharana. So instead of vicharana, we have the vikara of the mind. Instead of the understandings of the intellect, we have the notions, what do you call them? Imaginations of the mind overpowering. Instead of retaining this knowledge gained, we only retain all these vasanas, all those desires, all those experiences, and they only we repeat. Isn't it? See that picture? Tapasya. Then after the retainment, the next tapasya, which is very tough, is of the buddhi only. As we are studying in Gita duly at the right time. The nishchaya, which is very tough, nishchaya, that now according to this new knowledge gained, I will have to restart my journey of life. I'm not talking much about the worldly, you can take worldly also, but our job here is to talk spiritually. Worldly means what? because of this type of daily lifestyle food habits that my health is bad. So vicharana we have done, understanding we have done, retain that understanding of which food to be avoided, which should to be taken. Now nischay, that from now on these harming things I will not take. These useful things I will take. See that? Example for the worldly reason, worldly thing. So too spiritually too, for the sadhana. After the understanding, the strong nischaya that I have to give up this and I have to take up this. Which is not good, we have to give up. Which is good, we have to take up. Then, after theoretically nischaya, the most toughest thing starts here. This is actually the second grade of tapasya. That whatever nischaya we have taken up, decisions we have taken up, firm convictions we had, being practical in that is called as real intellectual tapasya. And whether it is getting up early morning and doing our upasanas, japa, dhyana, whether it is giving 1 hour morning and evening for the deeper study of the Upanishads, you understand. Whether it's a month, a week going away from the routine and dedicating only for the deeper contemplation through the study of through the Shastra on the truth. कोई भी आप अपने बुद्धि से विचारणा करके समझ के रिटेन करके निश्चय लेते हो उसका अभ्यास करना दैट इज तपस्या this intellectual tapasyas we have to do and tapasya of the all tapasyas is till the ultimate goal is reached not giving up this intellectual tapasya for any reason is the true tapasya otherwise we take up it for various good reasons. Then for any of the bad reason, it's there or not, we give it up also. One tapasya is to take initiative and start. The other tapasya is not stopping till the goal is reached. So think about it. Ki, let me become tapasvi. Intellectual tapasvi. Sharira, Indriya, Mana level tapasya. Anywhere required. Vani level tapasya. They are more crucial, sacred than Bauddhik tapasya to begin with because after they are done, only this is done. But we are not here for making you do things there practically, no. We are only teaching theory. So theoretically taking it for granted that you know and you are doing the kayika, aindriyaka, vachika, manasika tapasya. Here you are talking about the bauddhika hard work or tapasya. We are lacking it. हम बहुत लेजी होते हैं सोचने में कब सोचा पिछले 1-10 दिन में बताइए अबाउट द जीवन लक्ष्य इटसेल्फ जीवन उद्देश्य इटसेल्फ अबाउट द ग्लोरी ऑफ बीइंग ए ह्यूमन बीइंग where are we thinking in the class sometimes some speaker speaks that just touches our ear and goes not even goes to touch the tympanum inside isn't it that's called pujita vichar I am human being. This much of the time is over. This much of time is left. Things all are convenient to me by divine grace. Now, as a human being, the best and the only thing to be achieved is the spiritual goal. For that, as regards the understanding, where do I stand? As regards practically doing sadhana, where do I stand? What therefore I have to do? This is called as Ujita Vichara, the tapasya of the buddhi. कहाँ हम कर रहे हैं? These are all. And if time is not there, otherwise on this topic only 2 hours we can talk. है ना? For example, Shwethashwathara Upanishad I am listening. What is the essence of the today's class? How it is related to my sadhana? Gita I am listening. How I am to relate that with my sadhana? दूरेण हि अवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगा धनंजय Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha Kripanaha Palahetavaha, as Bhagavan is saying, is to be brushed aside so carelessly. The most divine words of the God, who is not only given to Arjuna, but made Vyasa to write as a book and made the Guru Parampara for spreading this Gita Jnanam. And so kind enough the Lord is that He made it to happen that I am getting a chance to listen this Gita. What is my reciprocation to this listening? How kind He is so directly on me that the moksha giving Gita Jnanam, He is making me listen. Should I not reciprocate? What is reciprocation? How deeply I understand this. How much I relate it with me. So the phalahetavaha kripanaha, Bhagavan said. So let me not live even a moment for any bahya phala of anything in the outer world, shabda, sparsha, rura. No, I have to live as told by the Lord, yogastaha kuru karma, sangantyakva, siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva, and buddhau sharanam anvicha. What a kindness, compassion of the Lord in saying this highest, subtlemost Mahavakya. Buddhau, Yoga Buddhau, Sankhya Buddhau, Sharanam, Ashrayam, Anvicha, Prarthayasva, Abhaya Prapti Karanam. Ashraya means Abhaya Prapti Karanam, Anuicha Prarthayasva. How much I have taken the meaning of this sloka to my heart. Or, as it is said in the Shwethashwathara Upanishad, how the jiva, you know, as in the yesterday, avidya, kama, karma, alaburiva, gurubharakrantaha, avidya, kama, karma, phala, ragadi, gurubharakrantaha, alaburiva, samsara chakre nimagnaha, preta, tiryang, manushyadi, yonishu, brahman, ajivyam. Then, kenachit, punya karma vashatu. Then, faladi, asakti rahita, karma dwara, antakarana shuddhya. Then, anityatwadi vicharanena अपगत दृष्ट अनुश्रविक विषय वितृष्णा संतः परमात्मानं ज्ञात्वा मोचते. In those 5-6 steps, how in that Sambandha Bhashya, Shankara Bhagavan has summarized this sadhana. This is called as Pujita Vichara. This is called as respecting our gurus. This is called as the intellectual work. And stick to this only. As much with good we are. While listening the class, while wanting to do some thinking and understanding, so much bad we are when we do something else which destroys this. है ना? As we said the other day, in the world, two worldly things can be alternative to each other, proxies to each other. But when it comes to worldliness and spirituality, they cannot be proxies or alternatives, either this or that. If it is this, then it cannot be any more that. Because that neutralizes this, that pollutes this. Like ना कोई आप सब्जियां बनाओगे, कोई drinks बनाओगे, there are some things which make that drink tasty. But some things you add it, it is destroyed, no? You cannot add, like चाय बना रहे हो, तो उसमें चीनी डालो, at the most गुड़ डालो, चलता है. You can't add नमक मिर्च in it. You can try today. टिल द रिकॉग्निशंस ऑफ टुडे चाय चीनी से ही बनती है. कल को कोई शायद नमक मिर्च मसाला से भी चाय बनाते होंगे फॉर डिफरेंट हेल्थ रीजंस. आई डोंट नो. बट टुडे isn't it? In the same way, as much good we are here, recognize that so much bad we are for ourselves, not for anyone. That that vairagya which gained through intellection, we are cancelling by our own again raga dvesha with the word. That calmness of the mind we gained here through our upasana japa, again we are disturbing by valuing the world. Please remember, there is nothing to hate about the world, dislike about the world. Just to know that being worldly is detrimental for being spiritual. It's an intellectual apprehension rather than इमोशनल फीलिंग थिंकिंग दैट ये भगवान ये गुरुओं को दूसरा काम ही नहीं है कि मुझे वर्ल्डलीनेस से मेरे को खींच लेते हैं, मेरे सारे सुख भोग को हड़प लेते. दिस टाइप ऑफ फीलिंग होता है. दैट्स द माइंड. लॉजिक इज ओनली वन अंतःकरण वी हैव. The antakarana's capacities are about the thoughts. Are the thoughts should be about the Paramatma or about the worldliness? As simple as that. One into equipment only. आप उसको इस तरफ लेते जाओगे तो then the antakarana filled with the world and worldliness. We have to use our antakarana to understand the truth and dissolve the antakarana to realize the truth. ये बेसिक दोनों का डिफरेंस नहीं जानते ना तो then we become emotional and justify our being worldly when we are worldly. And other time when the mind is sattvic, we come to the satsang also. Like now, we are good in satsang. Of Dinbar, what are we doing? Only one thing. What we have learned in the class, we are deliberately forgetting. We are not leaving any stone unturned to forget this. है ना? ऐसा कहने में बुरा लगता है लेकिन कर तो वही रहे. Because when we do something else, this is forgotten. That's what we are doing. That's why sarvada sthapanam buddhehe shuddhe brahmani sarvatha. That's what is said. Little more, one or two thoughts about it. We'll add it tomorrow. Thank you. So, intellectual tapasya is the topic today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, today Ekadashi. So, big Vishnu mantra. Shortly, I'll tell you the meaning. Only 6 times we will make a chanting of it as our meditation. The mantra is very well known to all of us. Shantakara. Okay, the mantra is Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hrit Dhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanatha. So the whole mantra is in an accusative case. When it is in accusative case, it is to someone. And always in that accusative case, there is some kriya. So, to Rama, what is to Rama accusative case mein? I am telling, or I am serving, or I am giving, like that. There also, to that Vishnu, I am doing namaskar. This is a Vishnu mantra. See the meaning of it. Om is Parabrahma. So, last mein na, Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokahikanatham. Vande is the Kriya Pada. Namaskar kar raha hu. So whom are you doing namaskara? Om is Parabrahma. Shantakaram Vande. Bhujagashayanam Vande. Padmanabham Vande. In that way, that Vande I do namaskar at to every one of them. So Shantakaram, the Paramatma Vishnu is Shanta Swarup. Both Nirguna Saguna dono dekh लो. As the Saguna is Shanta because a wise person who knows what to do and exactly does it, he has no reason to become Ashant. Bhagavan knows what to do, he does it, therefore he is Shant. In the Nirguna Dhyanam of Vishnu, there is nothing other than him to create Ashanti in him. Therefore, Shantakar. First what I explained. इसी को आधा घंटा बोल सकते. Second, Bhujaga Shayana. In the physical form, Bhagavan is lying on the serpent bed. It is being soft, it is being big, so Lord has chosen that. Somewhere he'll have to sleep. He is sleeping on that serpent bed. Somebody asked both Vishnu and Shiva, why you wear the serpent Bhujanga Bhushana? And why are you sleeping on serpent Bhujanga Shayana? So that you people don't disturb. That is the answer of the Lord. Spiritually, the Bhujaga is ego. Bhujaga Shayana means the Lord is there in that ego or individuality. Purushaha. Purushayana to Purushaha. We see? Ego. He sleeps in it. Or Bhujaga Shayana means Lord is there in that individual's ego, which is like a serpent, without poison of its own individuality, and allows the divine to recline and express through. That's the meaning of Bhujaga Shayana. We are all ego. The ego is serpent. In that ego, our the hamta mamata is the poison and hoods. When that is removed, not hoods, the franks. When that is removed, the Lord sleeps in us. What is the Lord? Shantakar. And that's why big shloka it is with so much of meanings. You just understand the literal meaning and little symbolism, little spiritual meaning. Then comes Padmanabham, the one who has got the Padma in the Nabhi. From that, the Brahmadeva, from that, the creation. So the one who has realized the oneness with the reality, therefore no ego and selfishness, alone can become creative in this world. That's the meaning, sequential meaning. Padmanabham. He alone can be the Lord of Indriyas and Mano, that is Suresha. And as the Sura Isha, the Lord of the Devatas, as the being a creative power, Padmanabham, as the one who sublimated ego of its ahanta and mamata, Bhujagashahinam, as Shantagaram, the one who is in his essential self, he alone can be Vishwadharam, support of the entire universe. While being so, while supporting the entire Vishwa of its Srishti Sthiti Laya, is he affected by it? Not at all. Like what? Gagana Sadrisham. That Lord for us to meditate at the gross level, Meghavarnam, in the color of Megha. And in that beautiful Meghavarna form of the Lord is Shubhangam. All his limbs are so beautiful. Lakshmi Kanta. Stula Rup mein, the Lakshmi Mata is doing seva to him. Sukshma Rup mein, the Lakshmi is Maya Shakti. Kanta is the one who is the wielder of that Maya Shakti. Kamalanayanam. Physically, the eyes are like the lotus. Certainly, like the lotus, his drushti is very soft, very tender towards all in general, more towards the bhaktas. Then yogi bhir dhyanagamyam, some places, yogi hrut dhyanagamyam, another place. Same, yogi bhir dhyanagamyam means योगी लोग ध्यान के द्वारा उस विष्णु को पहुंचते हैं और योगी हृदय ध्यानगम्यम yogis in their hridaya they do the dhyana of this Vishnu and they see him both in the Saguna Sakara hridaya mein, so to the Nirguna Brahma Rupa. To such Vishnu, Vande Vishnu, Vishnu Sarva Vyabhaka, Bhava Bhaya Haram, the one who is the remover of the Bhaya, Bhava Bhaya, Samsara Bhaya, by giving us the Atmagyan. Sarvaloka Ekanatham is one single Lord of the all worlds, all beings, all experiences. One day I salute him. See that very powerful meditative meaning. हमने पढ़ा होगा इसको बहुत बार, but never contemplated on the meaning. A small idea is given to you today. If some other Mahatmas speak on that, listen, they have more ways to say. Even I can talk on it for 2 hours, but the lack of time, main meaning is set. Now chant it 6 times. विष्णु भगवान को हृदय में धारणा करो. Today's Ekadashi beautiful. ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्. Always, first few chantings are for the spashtata of the ucharana of the shabdas. Second few chantings are to feel the meaning of every word and sentence. The next levels of few ucharanas are to settle our minds while focusing on the meaning of those mantras meditatively. Then the remaining is to stabilize us in that mode. So I am uttering these words and sentences which have these meanings about Bhagavan Vishnu, having the intellectual meaning and the bhavana of bhakti, bhavana of shraddha, bhavana of prarthana, bhavana of sharanagati. We are chanting that mantra. And we keep on doing it as deeply, as intensely, as single pointedly as possible. When it is done for longer time, like the earlier days, जो उंगली से घुमाने वाले फोन्स होते थे, we used to dial numbers 5 6, वो टुक टुक होता है, then it doesn't get connected. Again we put it the receiver on that, फिर से या उसको दबा के again we do. So 3 times we do connected, है ना. Especially the STD calls 10 मिनट लगते थे, कभी कभी लोकल लग जाता था. So we go on dialing till the ring goes there, connection happens there, isn't it? So too, this all is our dialing till it gets connected to Lord Vishnu. Once it connects, he will respond. So divine all these processes. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayana Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hrudyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavavayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham Shantakaram Bhujagashayana Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalaнаянam Yogi Hrudyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavavayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayana Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalaнаянam Yogi Hrudyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavavayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayana Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalaнаянam Yogi Hrudyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavavayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayana Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalaнаянam Yogi Hrudyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavavayaharam Sarvalokaikanaath. The sadhana is so simple that deeply, intensely this is to be done so beautifully, slowly, that the Lord Vishnu recognizes this Stuti prayer chanting of us, and he just comes and he just asks, "You want what do you want?" We ask him, "Lord, Brahma Jnana Moksha." He says, "Tathastu." It just happens in a moment. That's it. There's nothing. Thousands of lives we have to struggle, etc. That is in different parallels. That is to frighten, that is, they are all facts. But if you and I are seated like this and chanting this mantra, doing no other thing till Bhagavan Vishnu comes, it's over. That's what Valmiki did. That's what all the Mahatapasvis of the past have done. That their Guru gave them one thought or one mantra, बस वो लोग उसको पकड़कर बैठ गए, भगवान आ गए, मोक्ष दे दिया. बस भगवान आने तक वो बैठ गए. That's what tapasya. Like this, every day we are getting one or the other mantras to revel in our prayer surrender to divine, to invoke his grace for the ultimate. It will continue for a few months. In between, some Vedanta mantra, Japa mantra, Shanti mantras, they also will come. Already almost 10-12 mantras we have done, learning for meditation last 12 days. Mind you, we are doing so many things, therefore, only on this thing exclusively, half an hour which we could do, we are not able to give time. It's only a sample. It is in your interest, you have to continue it at your other spare time, just like I have to do the same in my spare time in my interest. Now, thank you. Let us come to our Upanishad for some time. 1 second. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Bhavata Janata Suhita Bhavita. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre. Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Kripanugrahena Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodha Sanatana Dharmasya Vishwavyapti Vishwadhyatmika Pragati Dharma Samsthapakanam Nirantara Digvijayaha Rama Mandiravat Shiva Krishnadi Mandiradinam Punarvapti Desha Nirantara Shastra Adhenadi Tena Bharatavarshasya Sanatana Dharmasya Bhakhyabhyantara Shatruvigna Samula Nirmulana Purvaka Bharatavarshe Vishvecha Vaidika Hindava Samskrutehe Dharma Moksha Purusharthanam Susampratishtha Asyam Kakshayam Agatanam Sankalpita Satkarmasu Digvijayaha Parabrahmadinam Prati Bhakti Dvara Janma Safalyartham कृष्णेश्वरवेदिया श्वेताश्वतरो उपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम पारायणम अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः 13, 14, 15 ओम लघुत्वमारोग्यमलोलुपत्वं वर्णप्रसादं स्वरसौष्ठवं च गन्धः शुभ्रो मूत्रपुरीशमल्पं योगप्रवृत्तिं प्रथमां वदन्ते यथैव बिम्बं हृदयोपलिप्तं तेजोमयं भ्राजते सुधान्तं तद्वात्मतत्त्वं प्रसमीक्ष्य देहि एकः कृतार्थो भवते वीतशोकः यदात्मतत्त्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेह युक्तः प्रपश्येत् अजं ध्रुवं सर्वतत्त्वैर्विशुद्धं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. Now, fifth chapter, Sambandha Bhashya for the 13th mantra. Exhaustive listen, just to feel the meaning of it in 1 or 2 minutes when we browse through the chanting of it. Saha means Jivaha. Evam, in this way, as it was said by the Shruti Mata in the above mantras starting from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 mantras. And I have commented as I am bound to comment on the basis of Shruti Mata. I have done it. Bhagavan Shankara says. Now, for your sake, in your language, to make it simple, I am summarizing what Shruti Mata said in the earlier mantras regarding the Jiva's bondage. Explanation of Jiva itself is bondage of Jiva. Being Jiva is bondage. Being Brahman is liberation. So, what is the summary of being bound as Jiva is this. Saha evam, in this way. Now I am summarizing. What is it? Jiva is he who has avidya, kama, karma, phala, ragadi, guru, bhara, akranta. Jiva is low and dead, therefore loaded by the bhara of avidya, not knowing the self, kama, continuously desires from morning till evening, from birth to death, karma phala, doing the karma, and having the phala and the raga for the phala. This is called Guru Bhara, heavy load. Akrantaha is overpowered by it. Therefore, Alaburiva Sandra Jala Nimagna. Like that, Alavu, heavy loaded ship, something like that. We are also in this karma phala, janma marana rupi, samsara, drowned. Other than that, there is nothing as if we live life. While being so, Nischayena dehaham bhavamapana. Nothing thought beyond Sharira. That I am Deha only. Deha aham bhavamapana. So Nischayena dehosmi. And when you say Deha, generally Bhagavan Shankara, Upanishad, Deha kehte hai. But with our earlier study of other textbooks, we have to understand, though it is Deha means the Stula Deha, but we have to be very careful to know that the Stula Deha cannot function without Sukshma Deha. Therefore, without saying, when it says Stula Deha, we have to include Sukshma Deha. And Stula Sukshma cannot be without Karana. Therefore, when it is said Deha Aham Bhavaha, Stula Sukshma Karana Deha. In that, Karana Deha is in the Karana Sthiti. Sukshma Deha is influencing in a Sukshma Rupa. But more so, our attention is on the Stula Deha only. है ना कौन चल रहा है स्थूल देह ही फाइनली कौन बैठ रहा है स्थूल देह कौन खाना खा रहा है स्थूल देह कौन लड़ाई कर रहा है स्थूल देह so everything is स्थूल देह but backed by other two therefore I am deha who am I actually dehi who is the dehi who is using these three dehas called as jiva who am I not even I am jiva I am the brahman but from I am brahman to I am jiva from that I am jiva to it is my karana sharira, my sukshma sharira. Then finally my stula deha. Not only my stula deha, but aham stula dehos. That's called falling to the lowest level of deha aham bhava. Falling to this level of deha aham bhava is a complete preparation to start our destruction of being worldly. Like, when you have to jump from the helicopter or any height, you completely prepare yourself. Or when you are driving the car, you completely prepare yourself. The car is fit and all. पेट्रोल सब कुछ है आप भी बैठे हो सीट में बेल्ट लगाया then the chavi usme rakha. It's a complete preparation. But start and then put the gear and move. So too, I am Dehosmi is a complete preparation. After which, पक्का संसारी तैयार हो गया. आप लगे रहो दिन भर देहोस्मी के दृष्टि से, थिंकिंग, एक्टिंग, रिएक्टिंग, suffering, enjoying, all of that is Dehosmi. If we are saying I am not Deha, you will not involve in the world. Put the Deha somewhere and go inside the Deha to do the contemplation. आप दुनिया में घूम रहे हो मतलब यू आर देहोस्मी. हाँ, ज्ञानी is जीवन मुक्तास. They are in the Atmanubhuti. They keep the movement of Deha. Through that Deha, they go to this and that place for the people to recognize and they serve them. Don't compare yourself with Jnani right now. You may be, or at least in the class. So, Deha Aham Bhavamapanaha is understood. Then what is this? Through that Dehasmi, only he does all karma for karma phala through the Deha only. Therefore, those phalas, they are possible to be enjoyed in whichever the Deha, those Dehas are given. They are mentioned here some example. Preta Tiriyang Manushyadi Yonish. And when he enters into that Yonis, this Jiva, Ajivam Jiva Bhava Apanna. Till he dies, he is Jiva only, and till he dies, he is that Deha only. It goes on going on. आजीवम मीन्स जन्म जब तक जिंदगी है. जीव भाव आपन्ना मीन्स द सेंट्रल पॉइंट. व्हाट इज सेंट्रल पॉइंट? जीव भाव आपन्ना मीन्स ब्रह्म हूं मैं, दैट इज फॉरगॉटन. दिस साइड, द अदर साइड, जीवा कैनॉट हैंग इन द स्पेस. देयरफॉर जीव भाव इज इक्वल टू कारण शरीर तादात्म्य, सूक्ष्म शरीर तादात्म्य, देन स्थूल शरीर. So Jiva Bhava Apana is equal to Deha Hom again. Central point is set. If I am Jiva means I am not Brahman and I am definitely the Sharirosmi. So Ajivam Jiva Bhava Apannaha. Okay, this is how we are bound up to. Then how the liberation starts? Kathanchit Punyavashat. Because of some Punya Phala. Means when Shankara Bhagavan, like saints, are saying these things, understand that the system of the world for evolution is put like this. जैसे कोई ATM machine में आप जाते हो. Why when you put your card and put that number and say that amount, that will come? Because the system is set like that. है ना? Software. Like a computer also. When you do all the typing and that enter key करते हो, why that on the hardware or screen the things come? Because the system, the software is made like that. So too, why when we do the punya karma, knowingly or unknowingly, we slowly start our spiritual journey because that is how the system is made. When Bhagavan like Shankara are saying so, we have to understand it like that. Therefore, kathanchit punyavashat. Okay, remember, punyavashat, what will happen? Actually, first Ishvara Bhakti happens. Then the Ishvara Bhakti ke result mein somebody will come in our life who is higher, greater than us, whom we take, if not completely as a guru, at least as a guide, as a mentor, or as a one respectful whose ideas can be followed. From him we listen. What? That the life has to be lived for Ishvara Aradhana, not for the Upadhi, what do you call them? Satiation. उपाधियों को सुख करने के लिए नहीं. So in between there are so many sentences to fill up as they are touched in all the earlier Ishakena Kata Prashna Munda Manduga Taitariya before this Shwethashwathara. Shankara Bhagavan thinks we have studied all of them, they are told all there. Therefore these students are wise enough to fill up the blanks करके. He is just giving the main sentences. That also is Meharbani, because this Sambandha Bhashya, Hari Om. The Meharbani which we have to do to ourselves is to fill up the blanks between these two. What is that? Kathanchit Punyavashat Ishvara. क्या कहते हैं? कथंचित पुण्यवशात ईश्वरार्थ कर्म अनुष्ठानेन. Between these two sentences, these are the fill up the blanks. That doing that is our meharbani to ourselves. What is it? When you do the punya, then the bhakti comes. When the bhakti comes, we do the samupasana to Ishvara. That Ishvara will send the Guru in our life. In our devotion to the Guru, we seek from him guidance. Then he gives guidance. What is the guidance given? That all our karma should be only Swadharma karma, and they have to be done as an Ishvara Aradhana. Then doing that karmas definitely, and doing them only as an Aradhana should be an Anushtana. So here the Guru idea Shankara Bhagavan is not bringing, but we have to understand, because somebody have to tell us still that we don't know. Like right now, there are thousands of things we don't know. When somebody comes to tell us, tomorrow we will know them. अब तो नहीं पता, बुद्धि तुरंत सब सोच नहीं पाती. Every no intellect human life में, no intellect is fully sufficient enough to know everything by itself. It needs the other intellects. By the way, so a guru will tell us. So we have listened from him. So like Shankara, you don't want the guru, keep him away. But understand the sequence. Sequence is Katanchit Punyavashat Ishwar Aradhanarthe Karma Anushtane. कर्म को अनुष्ठान के रूप में करना और उसको ईश्वर आराधना के रूप में करना, that also अनुष्ठान. See Gita, how much it is helpful. We are lucky in the evening, our Ramayana and Shankara's text, Yoga Vasishta and Shankara's text. In the morning, the Shwethashwathara and these things, they all go together. Gita. Together मिलाकर भगवान हमको पढ़ा रहे. The next text Gita and this one. So, Kathanchit Punyavashat Ishwarartha Karma Anushtana. Feel the meaning of it. With that, what should be our aim when we do the karma as Anushtana? Only Swadharma Karma, that also Ishwarartham, in which we don't claim any doership or any phala. Usse apagata raga adi malaha. Underline karo. We have to ensure after our few years of living life as Karma Yoga that from our heart all the mala of raga etc. have gone away. Raga adi means raga and dvesha or kama krodha lobha moha madamashcharya dvesha raga adi. None of those things should be there in the chitta because they are all the mala. They are all the impurities which spoil our pure process of spirituality. Therefore, raga adi mala nirmulana. Prema is different. The need of the hour today definitely is the selfless love for the whole universe. That love should be divine. I love all because in them the Paramatma alone is there. My own self is there. That's a great sadhana. What we are talking here is the raga, dvesha, the durgunas, they have to be eliminated. So only by Ishvara Aradhana karma called as karma yoga that the raga, the mala go away. We have to do that. So Ishvara Aradhanartha karma anushtanena apagata ragadi malaha. Okay, from the heart the ragadi mala has gone away. Again, still, we may pursue the world. So, how to withdraw from the world pursue to knowing that the whole world and worldly gains are anitya, nashvara, binding. That is called as the dosha drushti and prativaksha bhavana. With this, nothing of the outer world is desired. Avagata ragadi malai safai from inside. Still, the outer world can influence. That is stopped by that Viveka Vairagya. What is Viveka? The whole world is Anitya, Dukkha Rupa. Therefore, I don't want it. Viveka is knowing the nature of the world. Vairagya is Such a world I don't want. That is the meaning of Anityatvadi Darshanena. By darshanam is seeing what exactly the nature of the world. It is anitya, it is asatya, it is temporal, it is limited, it is binding. With this darshana or the drushti or the vision, pratibhaksha bhavana and dosha drushti, what is to be done? Utpanna iha amutra artha phala bhoga viraga. Utpanna viraga. In him the vairagya should be born. Iha amutra artha phala bhoga. For the experience of the objects of this world, this body and other world. Towards all of them, total vairagya. You know, if I want to enjoy something today, or even tomorrow, or 1 year, or 5 years, or even next life, then that thought of I want to enjoy that disturbs my meditation for the self. Therefore, iha amutra artha phala bhoga total viraga. That's why the other aspect of it is other than Paramatma, I don't want anything else. Thus, full stop. Such person, ihamutra utpanna ihamutrartha phalabhoga viraga. Such one alone, after vairagya only, then the next level of totally controlling his senses and mind, that sadhana chatushtaya he can do. That's why Shamadamadi sadhana sampanna. Everywhere there are fill up the blanks, you fill them. With this Shamadhi sadhana sampannata, now he will be again going to Guru. Guru having tested that we have become fit, he will teach us from the basis up to the Mahavakya Upadesha. In that Mahavakya, what is said? You are not the Deha Jiva, you are the Atman. And there is nobody like the Ishvara, he is Brahman. And that Brahman and this Atman are one. And that is you. That's the meaning of Tattvamasi. Or by contemplating on that Tattvamasi Mahavakya, what will happen? Atmanam Jnatva. See, dekho, here, Samadhi Sadhana Sampannaha and Tamatmanam Jnatva. He is become Samadhi Shatka Sadhana Chatushe Sampanna Adhikari. Then the next sentence said by Shankara Bhagavan is Atmanam Jnatva. So just by having Sadhana Chatushe Sampada, will you know the self? So in between the gaps that we have to fill. That mehrabani we have to do to ourselves. Shankar Bhagavan has done this much mehrabani of telling us the main central points. So fill up the blanks are with the sadhana shastra sampada, we go to the Guru. Guru will test us. Then he slowly will start telling us the Brahman, the Jagat, the Atman, the Jiva. Then he tells us Brahman alone is real, Jiva is not there, Atman is real, this Brahma Atma is Eka. With that knowledge gained, when we contemplate, then we know that Aham Brahmas. That's the meaning of Atmanam Jnatva. Once I know the self, which is free from any bondage, I experience that liberation. Muchyate. Iti. This is what? Aha, that is what is said in these two mantras. See that today's clarity better than yesterday, day before, because once more we have repeated. That's the beauty of repeated study or manana, that every time it gives more subtle knowledge or understanding, more clarity. Still it is not clear because our minds are in rajas tamas कि जल्दी खत्म हो जाए क्लास कुछ ना कुछ भोग में या कर्म में हमें इन्वॉल्व होना है ना तो all of that has to go away. Have nothing to do, only this they have to know and realize. Like the army people, they cannot have any thought other than focusing on the borders, on the opposite bunkers. Is there any movement? Is there anything aggression? I'll shoot first. We cannot think at that time. घर में क्या हो रहा है इधर क्या हो रहा है उधर क्या हो रहा है ना फर्स्ट आई सजेस्ट पूरा पीओके में ऑल बंकर्स को पहले ऑक्यूपाई कर दो they have their own strategies. India is so quiet and cute and sweet. We don't think aggressively because we know we are the only country in the world who have common sense that कीचड़ में पत्थर नहीं डालना वो अपने ऊपर ही गिरता है बस दूसरा पत्थर डाल रहा है तो कीचड़ अपने ऊपर गिरने नहीं देना. You protect that. You don't throw stone in the kitchen. Very intelligent Indians, always are. And many people don't understand. Otherwise, how much time it will take for our country to wipe away all? Who will ask? Who is asking Israel when they are bombing Gaza so much? Who is asking Russia if they decide? In the same way, if we do, who will ask? But then that's not the right way of Sanatana Dharma, isn't it? That's the beauty of India. Even you see government, the opposition wale, 11 years हो गए, अंदर डालने में कितना टाइम लगता है, कितने केसेस है. That is not the way. These are all secondary, attacking individual and all. Country should be developed. That's primary. Will it take 11 years to put somebody in the wall, knowing all the things and having all the proofs? एक दिन में कर सकते. You see, these are all high level of intellectual political diplomacies. The one whose vision is to develop country, he will focus on that. The small minor things, it's okay. Because if you attempt the minor things, you will miss the major. You are seated there to achieve the major things, not the minor. That's all high level of discussion. Highest level. I'm just telling you out of topic, somewhere we went. So the idea is here also. Slowly, steadily, allow this knowledge to sink in. These beautiful Upanishadic mantras, when we stick to them, when we become single pointed, the whole thing came from the example of the borders, wherein they cannot think anything else. So, too, when we fully attend to this understanding, grasping of Upanishads, and living that life exclusively, then it will happen. So, that's why, by effort and by prayer, let us do this thing. Let us means I am doing, I will do for myself. Ab apni marzi. Oh Lord, let everything from my life other than pursuit of you go away. Let me not dedicate or give even a moment to anything, including even the maintenance of Sharira. You said Yoga Kshema Bhavi, you take care. Otherwise, my whole time is going only for this nonsense. I want to just live Sarvadharman Pariteja, I want to achieve. Please bless me. Only when we do Sarvadharman Pariteja that we can do Mamekam Shanam. Om 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 Purnamada Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. गीता सुनना है तो आ जाओ.